I'm here at DIA Amsterdam and I found a great company, Servify, and they're in the business to deliver happiness to customers. Well, we never believed that, but this is really interesting what you have. Sri, what's your background? Where did you work before?
So I last worked in 2009, until 2009 with Nokia. Before that I worked with carriers, OEMs, and that was my background. But I've been an entrepreneur for the last 10 years.
Yeah. But I mean, you worked for Nokia and they were a champion in delivering fantastic service, right?
Okay, can we speak offline?
Yeah, so Nokia was a fantastic company. They had all the market share in the world, but their service was challenging. And now you've started a company to deliver customer happiness, especially about repair, right? I mean, when did you start the company?
So it's about 4 years now. Late 2015 we started, but actually started acquiring customers from 2016. So yeah.
And you have fantastic customers. What company? Give me a couple of names.
Yeah, so we work with Nokia, Apple, Vodafone, Amazon, you name the top OEMs, top resellers, top e-commerce, top carriers. We work with almost all of them.
And you've done that in 4 years. Can I see the other demo of your other thing to show how you make a branded experience for customers? Okay, so let's show this. No, that's the one we do secondly. First, I'm showing you a general. We'll go back to the main screen. Okay. So you make this for your customers, right? A branded experience.
Yeah. So this is our Servify branded version, but we white label. So this is where, depending on the device, it knows that Apple. So it gives me all the content related to Apple. Yeah. But it has content where you can discover items related to after sales service, about the product, etc., etc. Yeah. But you can do anything related to after sales, whether it is repair. Knowing about the product, diagnosis.
It knows exactly who I am, it knows the device which I'm in, and it gives me options. So show me if I want to basically, for example, get a device repaired.
Sure. So let's say this is the device that I want to now ask for service. Yeah. So it knows all the history, it knows the background. So I can book a repair for this product depending on where I am. So let's say this is my office address, I want to look for service options. Yeah. It shows me all the options, and this is where we think first from a consumer mind. So it gives me all the options.
Pick up the device, visit authorized center, courier, call Apple, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so all the options. Yeah. So now let's imagine I want to give this option of visiting the service location. So you can choose this. But what it also does is based on all the availability, engineer availability, parts availability, a lot of algorithm behind. Now you can actually even speak. So instead of calling and that information getting lost, I can say, hey, my battery keeps draining. Some of the apps simply crash. This is already happening third time. Please make sure that this time you replace my device. I need to travel tomorrow. I need it back today, so make it fast. Yeah. So you can pass on all the messages.
And you analyze this text to speech and basically do a sentiment analysis.
Yes, it does. So it also knows criticality of the complaint. So automatically it sets the right engineer based on the customer sentiments. Yeah. So a lot of background work that goes behind.
Yeah. How many parts of the business do you need to integrate to make a very seamless Uber kind of like experience?
Oh. So our experience is in one service event, typically at least there are about 5 to 6 different entities that come in play. Yeah. A call center, a part supplier, a service provider, a logistics supplier, a repair engineer, a warehouse provider, a payment supplier, payments provider. So you can just name it. So all of them have to come together for delivering that seamless experience, which all happens behind the scenes without knowing without the customer knowing it. But the beauty is it's all now in consumer's hand. Yeah. And that's where we believe we are in the business of delivering consumer happiness.
Now show me the last demo, and that's fun. I mean, I've here a phone. I've here this is the Vodafone, your Vodafone experience.
Correct. So this is a white label experience.
Yeah, and I see this is a very much a correct phone. Okay, and so what can you do for me here?
So in this case, Vodafone wanted to give some great experience to their customers. So if you are an iPhone customer and you're on a certain plan, Vodafone promised free replacement in case of a damage. Great upgrade, buyback value. So they would pass on all the channel margin back to the customer. So they wanted to retain that customer.
Yeah, and that's what show me.
But at the same time, we wanted to make sure that it's a digital experience, it's a seamless experience.
Yeah, and they basically replace it if it's needed, right? So how can they basically figure out if this screen is broken?
Perfect, I'll do that. So in fact, in this case, I know that customer is eligible. Now I want to know whether the device is eligible or not, because I don't want to take all the end-of-life devices or it's not an original device. So in this case, with the integration with Apple, I also know this device is the original device, and now it will move forward and show the eligibility.
So then it will do a number of tests. What will it test?
So it says, congratulations, your iPhone is eligible for following benefits. Now let's say whether the health is good or not. So that's where we thought we build a technology where it detects crack screen. All that you have to do is just
scan a QR code.
Yeah, and hold it in front of a reflective surface. In this case, it's a mirror, and it does multiple algorithms, and it's an AI algorithm that we built, and it learns all the time, and it detects if there are cracks in the screen. So let's see, it is doing all the diagnostics. It takes about 40 seconds. So it will now tell us whether there is a crack screen or is the device eligible. And that's exactly how we eliminate.
You have a lot of information in this phone, right? You have the ID, you have the information about the phone itself. You can easily test a bunch of things.
Correct.
And so you can take away a lot of the hassle and the questions and the phones, etc.
Correct, absolutely. So
okay, so let's, and that we'll wait until this one is ready. So how do these customers work with you? How do you do the onboarding? How long does it typically take? To have a company like Apple must be taking forever to get them involved, or Amazon or other ones.
Yes, so of course the sales cycles are pretty long in our case. It takes about 6 to 9 months. But these are the initial days where we took longer time. But as we are now moving forward and people recognize what we do, it's been lower. But yes, because we are talking about either integrating with their legacy systems or replacing them, so it's a very long sales cycle. And it has to be across the organization because the benefits are across the organization, not to a single function.
Yeah.
So it's
how long does it take, typically, if you've done the sales cycle, how long does implementation take?
So typically once we are done with the sales cycle, if it is straightforward implementation, it's like we have standard, configurable platform. So it's about 4 weeks. But if we need integration, it could be anywhere, even a year in some cases.
Yeah, depending on the complexity of the organization. So what have you learned from Nokia from that period?
Yeah, Nokia was a great company, and I still value that association. Learned a lot, but also
scale. You know everybody. You know the whole industry.
Yeah, so that's how people know each other. I've definitely seen scale, but also some things that you're not supposed to do is also what Nokia taught. Yeah. I think do few things, but do it well. And it's a great company, one of the best assignments that I've ever had in my career, where I learned a lot. So I think it's been great. And today we have Nokia as our global partner, where we manage their warranty business across the world.
Okay. Yeah, and that's another company for the phones. It's the only username. How many people in your company?
So we are about 320 people.
And how many people work on tech?
So it's more than 200 people on tech and products. So we are a tech-first company.
Okay. Located in?
We are headquartered in Mumbai, now present in about 7 geographies across the world, right from US, Europe, Canada.
Where do you live?
I live in Mumbai and in flights. So in flights.
So you've never been seduced to basically get out of Mumbai because Mumbai is a little busy, and you've never been seduced to live in other parts of the world?
I lived in other parts of the world too, but I love my country. So I mean, more than anything, it's the comfort factor of living next to your family. So, but I travel a lot, so for me, the world is my home now.
How's India doing?
It's very hot. It's raining now. Great progress, I would say, in the last few years with the new government, which is very pro-business.
Very pro-business.
And pro-country. I think it's the first time that we say less of politics and more of governance.
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much.